guys, welcome. Chris Cox here. Today we're going to do part 2 of the Crazy Train guitar lesson. This is going to be covering the guitar solo. The tuning for this is standard if you want to play along with this lesson or the original studio recording. So let's go ahead and jump into that first lick. Okay, so leading into that guitar solo is going to be the D5 chord to an E5 chord, and then we do this tapping lick. Okay, so your left hand is going to be basically doing a hammer-on pull-off from 7th of the B to 10th of the B. The first tap is going to occur here on the 14th fret of the B string, so we have now, I should say, when you tap this 14th fret, you're then pulling off. Now, some people will they'll do the pull off this way. Me, it's just a preference to kind of pull up. So it's now the left hand is basically all you're doing is a hammer on pull off. So that's pretty much what the left hand is doing there in between the tap. So we go now, the only thing we did different here is the tap is going to occur here on the 15th fret of the B. So all together slowly. Now from here we go now on the original studio recording, Randy does a lot with the whammy bar to get that effect, but on the live recording, as you'll probably see as I teach, this is the way I've played the solo for a while now. I'm really kind of taking several elements from the studio recording and the tribute live version. So this that I just showed there is actually from the tribute, but from the original recording, he does a lot of manipulations of the notes with the whammy bar. But live, he usually played it, because he usually played with the Les Paul most of the time with this song. That's how he basically recreated that part. So that's just a hammer-on pull-off from 9 of the B to 12 of the B. So we do. And then you're going to slide to the 7, and the next hammer-on pull-off is going to be the 7 from the 10. So and then we do this. So that's going to be a bend up here on the 9th fret of the G, and then we're going to grab the 10th fret of the B right here. So we do, and then come back to the 9th fret. So, and then a little vibrato on the top. Okay, the next part. Okay, so this is going to be 17, 16, 14 on the high E, and then we're going to do the bend here on the 17th fret of the B, and then you're going to do some vibrato. That's a full bend, so a full bend, we know it's 2 frets, so, and then you're going to do this, walk it back. That's going to be 14, 16, 17 on the high E, and then you're going to put vibrato on the end of that note. After that, we do so that's going to be, the first part is going to be a hammer-on pull-off from 14th to 17th on the high E. So, and then you're going to play this 17 to 14. So 17 on the B, 14 the high E. So we have, and then you're going to do this. So it's going to be, you're going to pick this note, and pick this note here on the 15th fret and then do a pull off from 15 to 14 on the B. And now you're going to do 2 pull offs there. And then you're going to come back here to the 17th fret of the G and come back to the 14th of the B. And then you're going to do a full pull off here on all these notes. It'll be pick here, but you're going to pull off from 17 to 16 on the G, and then from 16 to 14 on the G. And it's just like up here, we're playing the same lick again, but it's going to be here on the 16th fret of the G. We do a, and then you're going to grab the 17th fret of the B. So let's play what we have so far. Now once you come up and grab that, you're letting those 2 notes ring. So then you're doing a quick bend up and back down on the 16th fret of the G. And then it ends right here on the 14th fret of the G. Okay, so the next part is the trill section, and we play it, I'll play it slowly. Okay, so the first one's going to occur here from 14 to 17 on the high E. So now I should say, in between that fill, you're kind of having to let one of those notes ring out so you can shift to the next trill. So it sounds like this. It doesn't sound as the same slow, so just bear with me. It's definitely a smoother sound when it's up to tempo. So you see how I shifted that? And same thing when I went to here. So the first one's going to be 14 to 17 on the high E. And then you're going to shift here to 16 to 19 on the high E. Now here we're going to be playing 17 to 21. So let's play what we have. Now, after we come in from the 17 to 21, we do a quick little trill here from 17 to 19. And then we go back to the 16 to 16th fret of the high E to the 19th. And then you're going to play 14 to 15. Oops. So similar, you know, that how we do this. And then that theme comes back, but just played up higher. So that's going to be a bend up here on the 17th fret of the B. And then you're going to grab with your pinky the 17th fret of the high E. And then you're going to come back to the B on the 17th fret and then do a bend up with some vibrato. So let's play all that slowly. Okay, so the next part is this lick. Now, it sounds to me like on the live version, Randy's picking all those notes. I'm doing a pull off here between the 16th fret of the D and 14th. So I'm playing 14 on the G, and then I'm pulling off from 16 to 14 on the D, and then grabbing the note here on the 16th fret of the A. Now, out of this, we do a oops. Now, he plays it a little bit different on the live version, but I'm kind of in this part, this particular section, I know I'm kind of taking different pieces from the live solo and the studio solo, but this is just kind of what feels the most comfortable for me to play, is just playing a... But on the I think on Tribute he does something like... something around those lines, so you could play, that's like... You could play that if you wanted to, but you're doing a trill here from 13 to 14 on the G. And you're sliding into the 16th fret, that final last run. Okay, so the very first part is going to be all hammer-on. So we do a hammer-on from 14 to 16 on the A, hammer-on from 14 to 16 on the D, hammer-on from 14 to 16 on the G. But when we hammer on the 16th fret, we're going to slide into the 18. So we have... Now from there, you're going to grab the 17th fret of the B. And then we're going to come up here and play this. That's going to be 14 to 17 on the high E, 14, 17, and then pull off back to the 14. And then we're landing here on the 17th fret of the B. And then you're going to slide from 17 to 19. Then you're going to play here from 17 to 19. So 17, 19, pull off to 17. Now on the 19th, that's where we're going to do the full bend and do this. And then we go back into the main riff. So you're playing it, stop the note, but on that second time you can let it ring out. And then put your vibrato. So let's play the whole solo front to back slowly. Okay guys, that is the Crazy Train middle guitar solo. Again, if you hear some differences there, if you listen to the live version and the tribute version and the studio version, you may hear some, I've pulled from different parts, just over the years have found, the parts that feel the best to me and play the best, but for the most part, everything is pretty much lined up with each other except for the two parts. The main part, the tapping part, we're not using the bar, and then he does do a different run on the very final part, but it's very similar to the studio version. Thanks again. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm actually going to also be working on, hopefully soon have it up, I'll have the complete guitar tab for all the rhythm guitar parts, trill and solo, on my Patreon channel. So I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to check that out. It's only $3 a month. And I try to do my tablature, do tabs from my YouTube lessons. Also include some other videos too that I think that would be, you know, helpful to guitar players, just as far as learning tools, practice tips, things of those natures. And there is a couple of backing tracks on there too, so from time to time I put a backing track on. Thanks again. Take care, guys.